We're back with Cayne and Blackwell on part 2 on another episode of Ask Prof. Joey C.
What do you think a fear is that most businessmen have that they have to get over to become successful?
I think like stereotypical ones are the fear of failure and things like that. I think that's an important. You can't be afraid to fail, but I think you have to be don't be afraid by what other people think you should be. And what I mean by that is, I'll give you an example within myself. When I was in real estate, I started off doing residential real estate, and then I went and worked for a big commercial company. I had a fancy job where I had fancy suits on all the time, and I had fancy parties to go to. So it was a very fancy job. When I went back into buying houses and renovating them and getting my hands dirty and fixing them, a lot of my peers thought I was taking a step down.
Yeah.
But I didn't care because I knew where I was going. So I didn't let their judgment steer me in any direction. So you got to be okay with sometimes when you're out there cutting that grass, your buddies might drive by and go, look at that fool, look how sweaty and miserable he looks. Well, that's all well and good, but you know the bigger picture. You know that the dirt on your hands, that's money. The dirt on your hands, that's success. The dirt on your hands, that's freedom. That's so I think you got to not worry about what people think, because guess what? You're different. In my opinion, you're different in a most amazing, awesome way in the world, where you have this crazy hustle and ambition. You know, you're very different than most 15-year-olds. And people are going to go like, dude, that dude is weird. But guess what? It's going to translate. That weird is going to be the same weird that lands you on the cover of a magazine for creating something, when you're a young 30. And guess what? When you're a young 30, you'll have 14 years in the business.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Most people aren't starting until they're 35 or 40, 50 years old. You're starting today at 15. You know what I mean? You're trying to sell yourself as a 16-year-old, but that 15-year-old, that's where it's at.
Yeah. What's one thing that you agree on that most people disagree on you with?
Something that I believe that most people don't believe. I think in business, business isn't all profit-based. I think you can do a lot of great things, and those great things that, giving money to the community, helping the community, doing good things for the community, a lot of business people would say that takes your time and your money and your effort. You should be focusing on your business and letting that go to somewhere else. But I think the reality of it is business and community and nonprofit all work together. And the rewards that I get back from meetings like this that I'm doing kind of as, hey, he wants to meet with me as a young kid, I might have the best intern ever who might translate into a business partner in the future. You know what I mean? So those dividends are paid. It's a different kind of dividend. You know what I mean? Like you're not paying me to meet with you. But guess what? The reward will be there. And it might be monetary, it might be relationship based. And I think those are more important than your typical money driven. Like I should just be sitting there in my office grinding, finding more deals, buying more deals. I need to make sure I'm out here with the people and making sure that I get rewarded in other ways. And guess what? It's going to pay dividends, man, because we're going to start a landscaping company.
Yeah.
Or an icy company.
Yeah.
I can sell some ice. I used to sell ice to Eskimos. That was my first job.
You sold ice to Eskimos?